Big stories, big pressure, big nights at Anfield. This is Anfield Central, your home for the latest Liverpool news, transfers and sharp analysis. No noise, just what matters to real Reds. So if you love Liverpool, hit subscribe and stay ahead of every story. Let's get into it. Fabrizio Romano shares exciting Liverpool update as major summer winger changes expected. Liverpool's season under Arne Slot has not quite gone the way many expected. While a short adjustment period was always likely after the managerial change, the team's struggles have lasted longer than anticipated. Because of that, questions are now being raised about whether Liverpool FC have the right attacking options to challenge for major trophies, like the Premier League and the UEFA Champions League. As a result, transfer speculation around the club has intensified, with several players now being linked with possible exits, as Liverpool look to reshape their squad. One thing that has become clear this season is that Liverpool's attack needs fresh energy. Key players like Mohamed Salah and Cody Gakpo have not consistently reached the levels fans have come to expect. According to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, Liverpool are already planning major changes in the wide attacking positions during the summer transfer window. Romano explained that Liverpool are expected to be very active in the winger market. Speaking on his YouTube channel, he said the club clearly wants to reinforce those areas, especially considering the current situations involving Salah and Gakpo. He also addressed speculation linking Liverpool with Michael Allister. While the Reds admire the Bayern Munich winger, Romano revealed that Bayern Munich currently have no intention of letting him leave. According to Romano, Bayern are extremely happy with Allister and do not even want to open negotiations. The winger also does not have a release clause in his contract, which means the German club remain fully in control of the situation. Romano added that while Liverpool appreciate Allister's quality, and many clubs do, the more realistic transfer targets for the Reds are likely to be different players. Even so, Liverpool supporters may still have reasons to be excited about the upcoming transfer window. Several changes already happened at Anfield last summer, but further adjustments now seem inevitable as the club looks to refresh the squad. There is also hope that injured players like Alexander-Arnold and Giovanni Leone could return and feel almost like new signings after missing large parts of the campaign. At the same time, Liverpool continue to be linked with several promising talents, including players such as Yan Diomande and Matheus Mane as potential future additions. Of course, it's still early in the transfer cycle and things can change quickly in football. But when Fabrizio Romano suggests Liverpool are preparing for a busy summer, it's certainly a sign that big moves could be coming. So the big question for Liverpool fans is this: which winger should the club sign to refresh the attack next season? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this update, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more Liverpool news. Mohamed Salah to play key role as Liverpool consider accepting huge Cody Gakpo offer. Cody Gakpo has become the latest Liverpool player linked with a possible summer exit as questions grow over his future at Liverpool FC. The 26-year-old has struggled to fully convince this season, scoring just 6 goals in 27 Premier League appearances. It's been a challenging campaign for the Dutch forward as he continues to search for consistent form under manager Arne Slot. Despite the speculation, Liverpool are not rushing into a decision. According to former Manchester United chief scout Mick Brown, any move involving Gakpo will largely depend on what happens with Mohamed Salah this summer. After last year's chaotic squad overhaul, Liverpool are determined to avoid another major shake-up. The club would prefer to keep the majority of their attacking players while still exploring the possibility of signing a new winger. Reports suggest Liverpool would only consider selling Gakpo if they already have a replacement lined up. The club is cautious about weakening their attacking options without a clear plan in place. Mick Brown explained that Gakpo was already a player who could have left last summer. Some within the club had doubts about whether he had reached the level expected, and his performances this season have not done much to change that perception. Brown added that if a huge offer arrives, potentially from clubs like Bayern Munich, Liverpool would likely listen and seriously consider the deal. However, everything comes back to Salah's situation. Liverpool are unlikely to allow more than one major attacker to leave in the same transfer window. Brown believes the club wants stability after the disruption of last summer's changes. Allowing multiple forwards to leave could create uncertainty in the squad and disrupt the team's progress. That means the decision is fairly simple. If Salah leaves Anfield this summer, Liverpool are expected to keep Gakpo as part of the attack. But if Salah stays, the door could open for Gakpo to move on instead. Meanwhile, Salah's own future remains uncertain as interest from the Saudi Pro League continues to grow. Clubs in Saudi Arabia are still keen to bring the Egyptian superstar to the Middle East with a massive contract offer. According to Mick Brown, Salah may now be edging closer to leaving Liverpool at the end of the season, with the club potentially willing to consider big money offers. The 33-year-old has not quite matched the incredibly high standards he has set over the years, and there is growing belief that a summer departure could become a real possibility. There are also reports that a previous disagreement between Salah and manager Arne Slot may still be casting a shadow over the situation, even though both sides have since moved on. So, Liverpool fans, here's the big question. If the club had to choose, would you keep Mohamed Salah or Cody Gakpo for next season? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed the update, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more Liverpool news.
Trent Alexander-Arnold faces brutal Spanish media verdict after Real Madrid securing a dramatic late victory over Celta Vigo. It was a difficult night for Trent Alexander-Arnold despite Real Madrid securing a dramatic late victory over Celta Vigo. Madrid eventually claimed the win thanks to a deflected late strike from Federico Valverde, but the result did little to shield Alexander-Arnold from heavy criticism in the Spanish press. The game began well for Madrid when Aurelien Tchouameni opened the scoring following a clever corner routine. However, Celta Vigo quickly responded when Borja Iglesias equalised. That goal came after Williot Swedberg beat Alexander-Arnold down the flank before setting up Iglesias, a moment that immediately drew attention to the English defender's struggles. Alexander-Arnold was again exposed shortly afterward when Iago Aspas nearly gave Celta the lead, highlighting more defensive concerns before Madrid eventually snatched victory in stoppage time. There were still glimpses of Alexander-Arnold's attacking quality. At 0-0, he produced a perfectly weighted pass from deep that sent Vinicius Jr. through on goal, although the Brazilian's effort struck the post. But Spanish media outlets focused far more on his defensive performance than his attacking contribution. Spanish newspaper Marca delivered a particularly harsh assessment, claiming Alexander-Arnold has always struggled defensively, and even referencing comments from former Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp. Marca wrote that Alexander-Arnold's true strength has always been his attacking distribution, rather than defending, suggesting Madrid fans should not be surprised by his defensive issues. Meanwhile, Sport rated the Englishman just 3 out of 10, describing his situation at the club as very worrying. The outlet argued that his defensive weaknesses were clearly exposed during Celta Vigo's equaliser, and warned that he could lose his place if veteran fullback Dani Carvajal regains full fitness. Similar criticism came from Mundo Deportivo, which said Alexander-Arnold arrived in Madrid with the reputation of a superstar, but has struggled to meet expectations so far. The publication claimed his positioning and reaction during the equalising goal were poor, allowing Swedberg too much freedom before the decisive pass to Iglesias. Over at Cadena Ser, commentary during the match was even blunter. Analyst Antonio Romero said the defender struggled in one-on-one duels and failed to impose himself physically in key moments. Another outlet, AS, acknowledged Alexander-Arnold's role in Madrid's attacking build-up, but still pointed out the defensive mistakes that led to Celta's goal. They concluded with a brutal summary, describing him as a strong attacking player but a poor fullback defensively. With Real Madrid now preparing to face Manchester City in the UEFA Champions League round of 16, questions are already being asked about whether Alexander-Arnold will keep his place in the starting lineup. So, Liverpool fans, what do you think? Has Trent Alexander-Arnold been judged too harshly in Spain, or are these defensive concerns justified? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more football news.
Virgil van Dijk has admitted that Liverpool's focus this season has shifted toward winning silverware after a disappointing Premier League campaign. Liverpool FC entered the season as defending champions, but their title defence has struggled badly. The Reds currently sit 6th in the Premier League and trail league leaders Arsenal FC by 19 points. Despite those struggles, Liverpool still have a chance to rescue the season with trophies in other competitions. Arne Slot's side remain alive in the UEFA Champions League and will face Galatasaray in the next round. At the same time, Liverpool have also reached the quarter-finals of the FA Cup after defeating Wolverhampton Wanderers at Molineux. Speaking after the win, Van Dijk admitted the performance was an important response following a disappointing defeat just days earlier. He said the team had to make things right after what he described as a very frustrating night and a poor final 20 minutes in their previous match. Van Dijk emphasised that the FA Cup now carries extra importance for Liverpool this season, especially as they look for something positive to take from a difficult campaign. Reflecting on the difference between the two matches against Wolves, the Liverpool captain pointed to the team's intensity and attacking intent. He explained that Liverpool kept the tempo high and constantly looked to create one-on-one situations on the wings. Van Dijk also singled out young winger Rio Ngumoha for praise, saying the teenager caused real problems for the Wolves' defence throughout the game. According to the captain, once Liverpool scored the opening goal, the entire match changed. The breakthrough opened the game up, and once the Reds added a second and third goal, the result was effectively sealed. Now just one win away from a Wembley semi-final, Van Dijk says the squad is fully focused on lifting a trophy before the season ends. He admitted that winning silverware has always been the ultimate goal for Liverpool, something he has been fortunate enough to experience many times during his time at the club. But the Dutch defender also acknowledged that this season has been extremely challenging for several reasons. Van Dijk said the team always knew it would be a difficult year, and the players now have to accept where they are and keep working to improve. For Liverpool, the focus now quickly shifts to the next big test in the Champions League. The Reds will travel to face Galatasaray in what Van Dijk expects to be a very difficult and intense atmosphere. Still, he said simply being out on the pitch competing again is a blessing, and the team hopes to deliver another strong performance. So, Liverpool fans, do you think the FA Cup or Champions League can still save this season for the Reds?
Andy Robertson makes bold prediction about special Liverpool talent Rio Ngumoha. Andy Robertson played a key role as Liverpool defeated Wolves in the FA Cup, scoring a superb goal from outside the box and later providing the cross that Mohamed Salah converted. But after the match, Robertson wasn't focusing on his own performance. Instead, the Liverpool left-back was full of praise for 17-year-old Rio Ngumoha, who impressed on the left side throughout the game. Ngumoha's pace, skill and confidence caused constant problems for Wolves, and Robertson had the perfect view playing just behind him. Speaking after the match, Robertson described the young talent as a player with huge potential and revealed how impressed the squad has been with him. "He's a great kid," Robertson said. "He wants to listen and he wants to learn." He also revealed that Ngumoha and fellow youngster Trey Nyoni have been training regularly with Liverpool's first team, and their attitude has stood out just as much as their ability. According to Robertson, Ngumoha's performance against Wolves showed impressive maturity for such a young player. Before the match, the Scotland captain advised him to focus on his decision-making, especially in moments when he might try to take on too many defenders. But on this occasion, Robertson believes the teenager got everything right. "His decision-making tonight was unbelievable," he said. "He knew when to go 1 versus 1, when to go down the line, when to cut inside, and when to involve other players." Robertson believes performances like this show why Liverpool fans should be excited about the youngster's future. At just 17 years old, Ngumoha is already getting valuable minutes with the senior team, and the Liverpool defender believes he could have a very special career ahead. Robertson even joked when comparing himself to the youngster at the same age, admitting he wasn't nearly as good back then. Now the big question for Liverpool fans is this: could Rio Ngumoha become the next breakthrough star from Liverpool's academy?
Arne Slot delivers Alexis McAllister injury update after Wolves match. Liverpool manager Arne Slot has eased concerns over Alexis McAllister after the midfielder was forced off late in the FA Cup win against Wolves. McAllister had been impressive at the base of Liverpool's midfield, but a tough challenge from Hwang Hee-chan left the Argentine holding his knee before he limped off the pitch. The moment worried Liverpool fans, but Slot quickly reassured supporters after the match, saying the midfielder should be fine. Despite the scare, the game offered encouraging signs for Liverpool's midfield performance. McAllister and Ryan Gravenberch both looked strong in deeper roles, while further forward Mohamed Salah and Curtis Jones also delivered lively displays. Another major talking point was the performance of 17-year-old winger Rio Ngumoha. The teenager impressed with his pace and creativity and was unlucky not to score after a confident display on the wing. Liverpool were also boosted by the return of Florian Wirtz from injury, giving Slot more attacking options heading into the next games. However, not everyone impressed on the night. Cody Gakpo struggled again while playing as a central striker, and his inconsistent form could soon create a selection dilemma for Slot. With Wirtz returning and Ngumoha pushing for more minutes, Liverpool suddenly have serious competition in their attacking positions. The Reds now face a huge midweek challenge away to Galatasaray in Turkey, a team already enjoying a strong season. So, Liverpool fans, here's the big question. Should Ngumoha get more chances ahead of Gakpo? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more Liverpool updates.